Hi, this is Mr. Tim with a fun Dr. Seuss book called ABC, an Amazing Alphabet Book. Big A, what begins with A? Aunt Annie's alligator. Big A, big A. Big B, little B, what begins with B? Barber, baby, bubbles, and a bumblebee. Big C, little c, what begins with C? Camel on the ceiling. Big C, little c, big C. Big D, little d, what begins with D? Donuts and a duck dog. Big D, little d, big D. Big E, little e, what begins with E? Ear, egg, elephant. Big E. Big F, little f, what begins with F? Four fluffy feathers on a fiffer, feffer, feff. Big G, little g, what begins with G? Goat and goo goo goggles. Big G, little g, big G. Big H, little h, what begins with H? Hungry horse, hen and hat. Big H, little h, big H. Big I, little I, what begins with I? Itchy, itchy, Ichabod. Big I, little I, big I. Big J, little j, what begins with J? Jerry Jordan's jelly jar. Big J, little j, big J. Big K, little k, what begins with K? Kangaroo and kite. Big K, little k, big K. Big L, little l, what begins with L? Lion with a lollipop. Big L, little l, big L. Big M, little m, what begins with M? Mice in the moonlight. Big M, little m, big M. Big N, little n, what begins with those? 9 new neckties, nightshirt, nose. Big O, little o, what begins with O? Ostrich, oil, orange oil. Big O, little o, big O. Big P, little p, what begins with P? Painting some pajamas pink. Big P, little p, big P. Big Q, little q, what begins with Q? Quack, quack. The quick queen of Quincy and her quacking cat quackaroo. Big R, little r, what begins with R? Rosie's red rhinoceros. Big R, little r, big R. Big S, little s, what begins with S? Sammy's sipping soda pop. Big S, little s, big S. Big T, little t, what begins with T? 10 tired turtles on a tuttle tuttle tree. Big U, little u, what begins with U? Uncle Ub's umbrella and his underwear too. Big V, little v, what begins with V? Vera, Violet, Vin, and her violet violin. Big W, little w, what begins with W? Willie's in the washtub washing Waldo Woo. Big X, little x, what begins with X? X-ray and xylophone. Big X, little x, big X. Big Y, little y, what begins with Y? A yawning yellow yak with Yolanda on his back. Big Z, little z, what begins with Z? A zizzer zazzer zoos, as you can probably see. The end.